cooking with your girl Judy. Listen, y'all, I decided today was a real good day to have some barbecue spare ribs. And I'm going to show you how I master my barbecue spare ribs. Now I'm out here, I'm getting this flame going. I'm not a real good fire maker, but I'm going to try my best to get this going. I've done put that lighter fluid on there, and I don't see nothing coming up. So I tell you what I'm going to do. Because I let it soak a minute. They say let the the lighter fluid soak a minute. And it would happen to be now that it's not lighting. Okay. I'm going to come back with you. I'm going to get this lighter, this charcoal lit if it's the last thing I do. Okay? Okay, guys. I got it going on. I want to burn this charcoal, the lighter fluid, off the charcoal. So I want it to turn like an ashy white. And I had to go over to my neighbors and borrow some lighter fluid. I guess evidently that kind I had wasn't no good. Okay? So we're going to let it burn off. And until then, we're going to go in the house and clean the meat. So I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Now I'm getting ready to make the brine up. The brine's going to get the meat tender and seasoned. Woo! And I'm going to put a Coca-Cola in it. That tenders the meat, seasons it up. Okay. I'm going to put like a half a beer in it also. Budweiser. Worcestershire sauce, about 4 tablespoons. 5, 6, about a cup. About a half a cup. About all of it. Everything's gone. Okay. Liquid smoke. I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons. And salt. I don't know how much salt, just add salt. Okay. We'll mix it up real good. And that's the brine. We're going to let it sit in the brine, the meat sit in the brine for about maybe 2 hours because it's not really thick meat. The meat is sort of thin. Okay. Now I'm going to move over here and wash my meat. And I'm going to take that membrane off the bag. I'm going to dig it up right here in the corner. And I'm going to pull it off of there. That thin skin of meat, membrane on the back. Okay? And whatever fat on the rib, we're going to take it off. And this is not a fatty piece of rib, so I'm going to leave it on. I like the rib for the the fat on it for the seasoning. Okay? And we're going to sit it over here in this brine. Okay, we're going to take the membrane off the back of this one. I'll start at the end, at the tip end, and try to remove that membrane. Grab hold to it. Okay, I don't know what happened to my phone. An Amber Alert came on, and it disabled me. But as I was saying, we're going to pull that membrane off the back. That's the only way the seasoning is going to get to the meat. And make it tender. And seasoned, real good and seasoned. Okay. All right. Got that part off and this little part here. Okay. All right. Now we got it off of there. We're going to rinse it off. There's an Amber Alert going on. I hear it on the TV too. I'm going to have to go in there and see what's going on. Okay, and like I say, I'm leaving that fat on my meat. I want to leave my fat on because that keeps it good and seasoned. Okay. And I'm going to lay it over here in this brine for about 2 hours. I'm laying it meat down, flat meat down. I mean the meaty side down, okay? And I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm getting ready to put it in the cooler for about 2 hours, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, y'all. Now I'm getting ready to make my rub. Now I don't know how to tell you the measurements of this, but I just have to guess. I guess at a lot of things, and you have to just go with me on that. Okay? I think about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay? And I'm going to add some Slap Your Mama. Okay? About maybe 3 tablespoons of Slap Your Mama. Accent, about 2 tablespoons. Onion powder, about 1 tablespoon. Look like more than that. Okay, paprika. And preferable the smoked paprika. It's good. About 1 tablespoon. 2. Chili powder. About 2. About 1. Garlic salt, the Lawry's garlic salt. I like to use this because it's got those little green particles in it, the flavor. So I'm going to say about 2 tablespoons of that also. Okay. Now I'm going to mix it up real good. And this ought to be enough to go on 2 slabs of rib. I don't want to make too much up. I normally wind up making too much rub up and don't use it. But I'm thinking this is enough for about 2 slabs of rib. Okay? And we got about 30 more minutes before that meat comes out of that brine. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm going to pull the meat out of the brine. And I'm going to not rub it in, but pat it in. You don't want to rub it in. You want to pat it in, okay? I'm gonna flip it over. And pat it in. Okay? Now I'm going to pull the other one out. And I'm going to pat it in also. I just made enough rub. Okay? Okay? Don't pat it. I like to not have enough. Okay? Now we're going to take it down here and put it on this grill. We're going to let it sit for about maybe 15 minutes. Let it soak up and absorb that rub. For about 15 minutes. And then we're going to come back and put it on the grill. Okay, y'all. See them charcoals nice and white? Just the way you want them. And I put the grill, the grill, whatever it is called, the grill on top as it was burning, and it burnt off a lot of what was on there. But I did wash it before I burn it off. And I want to put a little oil on it to keep it from sticking. Woo, that's hot. To keep it from sticking. And I'm getting ready to put them ribs on here. And you don't want to punch holes in your rib, because that releases your juice out. So you want to take a tongue and put it on there. Okay? And you want to get it to about maybe 275. And you're going to push your top down. Make sure your holes are open. And we'll be right back. Okay, I'm making up a little basting sauce to go on the meat. And I'm using about a half of, it was like a third, of barbecue sauce in here. It was that Sweet Baby Ray that I mixed up. And I'm going to shake it gently with that other half of the beer in here. And I'm going to open it. I thought it would pop. Oh, okay. And I'm going to open it and put it in this little pan here. And this is my base I'm going to use for the base of the meat. And I'll baste it when I turn the other side over. Okay? So I'm going to take a look at my meat and see how that's doing. Woo! Can't y'all smell that smoke? Okay, I'm not going to turn it over yet. I'm going to leave it here. I'm trying not to move it around as much. Okay? I'm gonna leave it here for about another 10 minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, got me a little sun tea brewing up over there. Gonna let it sit out here for about 2 hours. The drink of the South. Now I'm getting ready to look under this grill. And flip this meat over. And it was cooking just a little too fast, so I turned them hoes down. Okay. We got a good burn mark, but that's the back side. I didn't mean for that to happen. I don't like no burnt meat. But it's gonna be all right. That's on the back. I'm gonna baste it. Let me see if that can be scrubbed off. Yeah, that can be scrubbed off. Yeah, that's the back of the bone. Yeah. We're gonna scrub that right on off. And keep right on going. Okay. I'm gonna turn these holes. Close these holes up just a little. So it'll cook slow. I want it to cook slow. I didn't want that burn mark on them. But it's gonna be all right. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're getting ready to flip these ribs over again. And this grill just a little too hot, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna let you see them like this, and then when I pull them, after a while, I'll be pulling them off. Okay, we'll be ready to eat. Okay, y'all, I forgot. They've been on for 1:30, and I got one more step to do. I'm gonna wrap them up in the foil and put them back on the grill for about maybe 30 more minutes. Okay, so I'm taking it off here. Laying it in that foil. And I'm gonna wrap it up. Put it back on the grill. That second slab off of there. Wrapping it up. And put it back on there. I'm gonna let these sit for like 30 minutes. And I will be right back. Okay guys, barbecue's ready. I took them out of that aluminum foil so they were cool. And I'm gonna slice them bone by bone. And it's slicing really, really good. See how good they slicing? Now they got a little too dark for me, but it's still good. It's falling off the bone. Okay. And I'm gonna slice them up. Put a little barbecue sauce on them. I don't like to cook my barbecue sauce on my meat as it's cooking. I like to sort of dip my meat, my barbecue, in my meat in my barbecue. A lot of people don't like barbecue sauce. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, here are my barbecue pork spare ribs. They got just a little too dark, but that's all right. We're going to keep it moving. I'm going to show you how tender they are. They ought to be tender because they are good and done. And let me show you how they just come off the bone like that, okay? And I didn't hide them with that sauce, because most people hide their meat with sauce. I'm going to dip a little sauce on them like that. And I'm going to give y'all the first bite. There you go. And this is some of that barbecue sauce I made up the other day. Homemade barbecue sauce. You can go on my channel and find it. It's delicious. And it's so good. I'm gonna get a little slice of bread with it. It's like melting in your mouth. Okay? And there's that meat pulling out that bone. The right flavor, right taste. This is some good barbecue. I'm gonna dip that bone off in that sauce. Pulling that meat off that bone. It's so good. Look at Riley looking at me. And Ebony. This is so good. See that bone cream? Yes, good. Some real good barbecue. Now I don't like to put my sauce on my meat and cook it. I like to put my sauce on. See, look at there. Look at there. I like to put my sauce on and dip it in there. And like I said, they got just a little too dark. But we're going to keep it pushing. Yes. Y'all like, subscribe, and comment to my video. Barbecue pork spare rib. Stay humble. Be blessed. And y'all have a great day. Look at my fur babies looking at me. Y'all ain't got to go home. But you got to get up out of here. Bye for now. Ooh, spicy.